In this session, you will learn how to use conVoid to automatically update openings from linked Revit and IFC models, eliminating the need to manually update openings when linked provision for voids changes. This can save you considerable time and effort. All you need to do is rerun conVoid, and it will take care of keeping the openings up to date with the linked model. However, you must take into account when and what values conVoid will update during this process. You or your project team can continue to work on your models as usual without having to worry about making adjustments to the openings. Simply link a new version of the openings into your project and rerun conVoid in order to ensure that the openings are updated in accordance with the linked model. conVoid will automatically update an opening when the dimensions or location of the linked opening has been changed. The parameters width, height, length, depth, and diameter of the conVoid families indicate the size of the linked provision for voids, which means if these values do not align with the dimensions of the openings, conVoid will trigger a change. Therefore, you should never modify these parameters manually if the opening was adopted automatically through conVoid. In case of a detected change, conVoid will update the following parameters of an opening: location, dimensions, width, height, length, depth, diameter, oversize values, rounding up values, levels, shape, and transferred parameters. If conVoid identifies an opening as up to date, it will only update the transferred parameters. This means that no matter what changes you make to the conVoid settings, oversize values, rounding up values, and levels, conVoid will not alter these values. However, if you wish to do so, you can use the features in the Modify Void tab and Dimension Void. You will learn how to do this in the upcoming sessions on modifying openings after automatic placement. conVoid keeps records of all changes made to an opening during its adopting and updating process. By opening the conVoid Manager, you can review the change log to get an overview of the modifications that have been made. You can also add a status color filter to your active view to quickly identify the current status of each opening. To add a color filter in conVoid, ensure that your view template is set to none. Otherwise, conVoid will not be allowed to add a color filter. From there, you can use the color boxes to adjust the status colors. This will apply to each opening in the table and the current view. conVoid never automatically deletes openings in your project. It only marks them as deleted. It would be best if you always double-checked to ensure that conVoid is correct by marking the openings as deleted. If so, you can manually remove the openings. Now you're all set to move on to the next step.